Hello, friends, and welcome to our live AHA Ask Heather Anything. I'm your host, Debbie, with Help for IBS, coming to you live from Inverness, Scotland. Live from Washington State, I have Heather with me, the creator of Heather's Tummy Care and author of Eating for IBS. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Wonderful. Today we're going to discuss how to travel with IBS. Let's get started. Our first question comes from Troy. Hello, friends. My husband and I are trying to plan our first vacation to Europe next summer. Any tips and tricks for traveling with IBS-D? I'm pretty nervous, anxious about going, but do not want to live life in fear and sit on the sidelines. I figure the best way is to over-prepare so I have everything I need in case I flare up. But I would like to know some tips on what to pack in case of a flare.
Really great question, and even better is that she has started to answer it herself in a really successful way.
Yes.
Planning. It's all about planning with IBS, whether you are just going to your local restaurant, whether you are going around the world. The more that you can plan for this in advance, the higher your odds of keeping your gut stable and having a really good time. So yeah, lots of things you can do. I'm going to say this is such a broad topic, and there's so much that you can do, so many things that you can plan, that it actually warranted a whole entire chapter in one of my books.
Fabulous.
There's a lot of information about this. Yeah. So start with the book, start with the information. Go through, flag the sections that you want. Make sure you're reading in advance. Eating safely away from home is a whole entire chapter.
Okay.
Read through that, get your tips, flag your sections of the book, take information with you on your trip so you're reading it in the car or on the plane. It's actually reassuring to keep giving yourself helpful information. Mm-hmm. There's a whole chapter, Take a Vacation, literally a whole chapter on how to take a vacation without getting sick with IBS. Great. So planning, number one step. Plan your vacation. Plan for where you're going. What do they have for local cuisine? What's the climate? How are you going to be able to sleep? What can you take with you? What's the social environment? How are you going to deal with your stress management while you're on the road? There's a lot of things that you can prepare. In terms of what you can take with you, stock your luggage in advance. My list, literally right in the book that I use for myself, I take my tummy fiber supplements. Mm-hmm. I take safe, non-perishable snacks. I take my herbal tea bags. And I'm not kidding. I literally stuff my luggage. I take my travel packets. Yep. I take them out of the box so I have a whole mass, and I use them for packing material in my suitcase because they're indestructible. They weigh nothing. They fill all the little corners. They're packing material. And then I've got enough of these on the road, on a plane, to carry me through the whole trip. I don't have to worry about it. Wonderful. So use that. Take it with you. Plan for that in advance. I take my herbal teas with me. If you are prone to gas and bloating, take your fennel tea bags with you. Literally, take them out of the container. We have new plant fiber film pyramid tea bags. This stuff is really durable. I literally throw these in my suitcase as well. They make things smell nice, and it works as packing material. Mm-hmm. If you're not as prone to bloating and gas, you're trying to head off pain and spasms on the road, take your peppermint tea bags with you. Same thing. Take them out, use them as packing material. Keep them in your purse, keep them in your luggage so that you know you always have your safety net. That's going to be helpful for when you're in your hotel room. If you have control to take tea bags with you to a restaurant, to literally keep physically on you, like in your purse or pocket as well. I never leave the house without my tummy tamers on me. Okay. It doesn't matter if I'm just going down the road, doesn't matter if I'm going to Europe. I literally have a little pill box that I keep in my purse, and in my pill box are my tummy tamers. I used to keep my antispasmodics in there as well, but I bailed on those, and now I only use the peppermint oil capsules because they work better for me. Nice. But literally keep these on you at all times. So whenever you have an empty stomach, you know you're going to be eating, take a tummy tamer. Do everything you can in advance to plan for your trip, to pack for your trip, to make sure you have everything you need long before you even leave the house. Okay. And if you have to, take information with you. Take the education with you. Take books with you. Remind yourself of what you need to do, what you can eat, what you can't eat, and you can plan a really successful vacation. There's a lot of things to do so you are not dealing with diarrhea or spasms or cramps just because you're out of town or out of the house. You can have a really good trip.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. And we're going to stay on the same topic with this AHA today. We're not going to jump over to different categories because people have been chiming in with really neat specific questions on that. So I have another
Yeah,
question.
it's a huge topic. It comes up a lot, and there's so much that people can do.
Right, exactly. So someone else asked, well, speaking of snacks, what type of snacks to pack?
Bananas are really good. You can buy them in airports, so you can't clear security or something. Get your bottled water in the airport once you clear security as well. Ask for hot water on the plane. Brew your own tea bags with it. Take control, so you don't have to assume the plane's going to have something that you can eat. Safe snacks, little instant oatmeal packets, just plain, unflavored. You can brew them with just hot water. Again, on a plane, in a hotel room, they're going to have a little tea kettle. Use that to make your instant oatmeal. If you can take some cream of rice cereal, you can make that with just plain hot water as well. Rice cakes can be helpful, fortune cookies, anything that's a plain, no fat, no insoluble fiber, just soluble fiber snack of some kind.
Okay.
So think rice, noodles, instant oatmeal, potatoes, baked potato chips, baked corn chips, pretzels. Not necessarily the healthiest or most interesting things to snack on, but your goal here is just to keep your gut calm while you're traveling. So always look for your plain, dry, soluble fiber snacks, some plain, dry cereal, rice checks or corn checks. You can get little tiny boxes of cereal in airports. Eat them dry out of the box if you have to with some herbal tea.
And
so anything that's a plain, safe, soluble fiber food is a good snack to take with you on the road. And it'll travel well.
Right. And a lot of people don't realize you can bring your own food through the metal detector. You can actually pack and let them know, I'm bringing my, obviously not water. You're not bringing hot water through there.
It's liquids that are the problem, yeah. But traveling with food is easier than people realize.
Yes.
It's not always convenient. It's easier to kind of get out with food, than to get back where you're trying to find things to shop. But there's usually little, kiosks in airports or stop at a convenience store. They'll probably have bananas, something like the rice cakes. So again, plan ahead. If you have to fill your suitcase with enough snacks to get you by, then do it. Pack a second bag and check it. That's got nothing but like your IBS safety kit. Even if you don't end up needing it, just the peace of mind that it's there can get you a long ways.
And I believe an extra small luggage would even be for $25 for your trip. It's worth that $25 extra bag fee, knowing
have extra, and it doesn't take a lot of space to pack safe things.
I like how you explained to use it for packing in the suitcase. That was smart.
Oh yeah, I literally keep tea bags and travel packets in my suitcase. They're there. If you were to open up my empty suitcase at home, it's filled with travel packets. And it's filled with peppermint tea bags, which people have thought are lavender sachets. No, it's my peppermint tea bags, because then I don't have to even remember to pack them. They're just always there.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. We have another question here from Amy. She asked, we like to cruise, but my IBS gets bad when we do. What can I do? So I think her question is veered towards specifically on a cruise line.
Okay. So cruises, can go both ways. For a lot of people, they're a good, safe vacation because everything is all in one spot. You have your own room you can always get to. There's bathrooms everywhere. And usually the fact that they have such an enormous range of food choices is really to your advantage.
Okay.
So I would just maybe plan a little bit more in advance and take more control up front to make sure that you can get the kinds of foods that you need. Cruises may actually be ideal for this because they really will go above and beyond to cater to their customers to make sure that they're getting you what you need.
Yes.
So make requests in advance. I mean, before you book the cruise, start talking to them and say, hey, I have dietary restrictions. How are you going to accommodate me?
Exactly.
How do I make sure that I can get something that doesn't have dairy or red meat in it, that's not deep fried? How can I get some plain rice whenever I need it? What are your options to make me, healthy and happy on this trip before I even give you my money and buy the ticket? There should be a lot of good answers. The cruises should be a really actually good, safe option for people because you do have so much control over your food and so many food choices.
I didn't even think of that, but that makes so much sense. And there's always a bathroom close by.
There's always a bathroom close by. There's always chairs to sit close by. You can travel with a group of friends, so you have your own social contacts. You know the itinerary in advance. Sometimes surprises are not happy for people with IBS, so if you know where you're going, when you're going, and you have a schedule and you can plan for it, that can give a lot of people a peace of mind that helps keep their gut calm. So yeah, choose the kind of vacation that works for you. For other people, a cruise might be the last thing in the world they want to do. They want to go camping out in the wilderness where they don't have to worry about bathrooms and they're by themselves.
Right.
If that's what sounds like a good, relaxing vacation, focus on that. Make it the kind of trip that works for your needs. And IBS is one of your needs. Yeah. So your trip has to fit that bill.
Perfect. Carolyn asked the question, speaking of outside of cruises, is hiking and exploring countries is scary. What do I do to get out there? So she's just like trying to even just get out the door. So what do you recommend for somebody who wants to get out there, but they just have that fear?
I would say it helps to get control over IBS in your normal home life first.
Okay.
Kind of got to, crawl before you can walk or run. So, build up to that. Make sure that you have what you need in terms of education and products to keep yourself calm day in, day out, to take some local trips, to go out to local restaurants, to do a small local hike. Yes. Before you plan, a foreign vacation that's going to be hiking through countries you're not familiar with. And then again, the same rules are going to apply. You're going to have to prepare for this. What is the schedule? What time frames work best for you? Getting up early in the morning to go camping and hiking is going to set off your gut before you even leave the house. That's not great for you. Maybe you're going to have to travel somewhere first and, start off with later morning or afternoon hikes to keep your gut calm. Again, fill your backpack with your safe foods, with your safe drinks, so that you don't have to rely on something along the road or somebody else bringing foods that you can eat. Yes. Maybe even it helps with IBS sometimes to prepare for the worst, and that can almost prevent the worst from happening. If you know it can happen and you're prepared for it, it makes it less likely. So assume maybe you're going to get sick out in the middle of the wilderness. Okay. What would you do if that happened? What would you need to take care of yourself, get things back under control? Literally pack for that, plan for that, so that worst case scenario, you're prepared for that. It actually makes it a lot less likely that will happen. And start off with short hikes, just a couple hours, not something that's all day long.
Oh, I like that. That makes so much sense. And
yeah, build up to it.
Build up to it, just like we do with our food.
Build up to it. There's a reason the chapter on travel in this book, it's this far into it. So it's month 8 in the book. So that's how far I take people to get them control over their lives before I say, okay, now it's time to leave your home, your town, your country, and go out in the world and travel. Don't jump into that. Get yourself calm and stable first, and then you'll have the confidence and the knowledge to go out and travel and stay safe.
I think that's going to really help her get an understanding and start working to relieve that fear by doing that.
Yeah.
Good answer. I like that. We have another question from Diana. How to deal with air travel. My biggest fear is I won't be able to get to the restroom. So her question is specifically while she is traveling in an airplane. What are your suggestions? Yep.
And again, I feel like a broken record. Plan for this. Plan, so that the odds of that happening are minimal. Make sure you have your gut full of your soluble fiber foods. Make sure that you have your tea bags on the plane and you're brewing them, as soon as you can get a flight attendant to bring you hot water, start getting your herbal teas into you. You can often pick your seat in advance. If you're lucky enough to be flying first class, you're going to be right by a bathroom. Right. So that's a bonus. If not, request a seat. When you're looking online, you can see where the seats are in the cabin and which ones are available. Pick one that's close to the bathroom.
There's always,
literally pick one before,
by that
yeah, very front, very back, depends on the plane, but try to choose a seat that's right there by the bathroom. Make sure that you go to the bathroom before you get on. So get to the airport early so you have enough time. You're not in a rush. So you can sit there and wait for the boarding and you don't have to worry about getting to the bathroom on time for that.
What about
get yourself settled in, get yourself comfortable. Maybe proactively go to the bathroom when you're feeling okay and you have a chance. And then again, sit there, drink your tea the whole flight long.
Beautiful.
They'll bring you hot water. They'll just keep bringing it. Drink more and more tea.
I love that.
Have a packet of your instant oatmeal. Have your banana as your snack. Proactively make sure that your gut is not going to go out of control on that flight. And if you have a flight attendant who seems like they're nice and friendly, you might want to just confide in them. I kind of have a digestive disorder. Can you just help me out? I might have to go to the bathroom or spend more time in the bathroom. I just want to give you a heads up on that so that you already have somebody in your court.
Right.
That helps in advance.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely. And remember, when you're traveling, they're there to accommodate you, not you to accommodate them per se.
Yep, and the more information you can give them, the better able they are to do that. And you can do that in ways that don't make you feel like you're revealing personal information. Just, I'm not feeling well today. It doesn't even have to be something as, I have an ongoing digestive disorder or I have IBS. Just something has really upset my gut and I'm not feeling well. I might need a little extra help. I might need more time in the bathroom. I might need extra hot water from you to keep brewing my tea. Is that okay?
And they would appreciate
they're going to
that.
be happy to help and more able to help you if they know what's going on.
Exactly. And now Cindy has a question, and it's kind of repetitive, but she's pinpointing into something specific. So she says, how do I handle the early morning bus excursion trips? So she knows that, first of all, she already knows it's going to happen. So this is a good thing. So start preparing for it. So how would she prepare for an early morning out of her normal routine? That's a tough one.
Okay, here's an option that, might not be the happy answer.
Okay.
Don't do it. Screw the early morning excursion.
Wow.
Is that really a happy trip? Is that how you want to spend your vacation? Short on sleep and tired and stressed out to go see something you can't enjoy because you're worried about your gut and getting upset? Maybe there's an afternoon excursion instead.
Heather, we just got a load of hearts and thumbs up when you said that. I think you just relieved a lot of anxiety. Sometimes you just have to say no.
No, I'm not interested. It's my vacation. I'm supposed to have fun. I don't want to get up at 6 a.m. I'm sorry. I'm going to sleep in and have a long, leisurely morning and a relaxing, healthy brunch. And I'll see you when you get back from your excursion. Have a nice time.
Yeah, sure. They'll bring
That's totally fair. It's your vacation too.
Perfect.
And at some point, it's your life, it's your body, it's your health. You have to be in control of it. And especially on a vacation, this is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself, not dreading it. So don't do it. Pick a time and a place that works for you and have a good time.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sometimes no is an answer.
I'm a terrible morning person. I do not do well in the mornings at all, to such a degree that I have to acknowledge it. I'm never going to be someone who gets up at 5 a.m. and has a healthy, productive day after that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't matter how hard I try, what I do, how many years I go with that. It doesn't work for me.
Right.
I learned that at a very early age, junior high and high school, when my school started at 7:15 in the morning. And it was a nightmare for 6 straight years. So when I got to college, I thought, I'm not taking a class that starts before 10 in the morning. I'm just not. I'll wait until they offer the classes I want at a time that I can make them.
Yep.
I almost never got sick in college.
Wow.
As opposed to a daily struggle in junior high and high school. That has affected the kind of jobs that I would look for, the kind of hours and schedules that I would allow into my life. I can't work a swing shift somewhere where I'm getting up at 4 a.m. to start work at 5 a.m. It's not going to work for me.
You make it.
So find the schedule and the timing that works for you. And at some point that has to be a priority because it affects everything about your health and your life.
And that's what the priority is. Beautiful. I love it. All right, let's get on to our last question. It is from Sophia, and she is asking, in regards to rooming with people, sharing a bathroom, how to deal with bathroom anxiety on top of regular travel nervousness. Also, eating is always scary, not knowing if the place I'm going to have a small snack available. Well, I believe you answered about the small snacks. So we answered that portion of her question in regards to being prepared and knowing what to look for. But just in general, you're taking a vacation and you're gonna have some roommates.
That's another hard one. If that's a big stress factor, you might want to try something where you're not sharing a bathroom. Right. It might be worth it to have a shorter or more expensive vacation to not have that as an issue, because that's something that you're going to be dealing with at odd hours every single day. That could be a lot of stress.
Yes.
The other alternative, maybe depending on your personality and who exactly you're rooming with, you might want to be just brutally frank. I have a digestive order. I might be in the bathroom weird times, for a long time, just as a heads up.
Right.
The more people know about that, the less likely they are to cause you problems over it. That's a tough one. I think it's a combination of trying to make sure you have the bathroom space that you need to not be stressed out and anxious about it. And then if that's not an alternative, trying to make sure the people that you are sharing a bathroom with understand that you have some health issues that might come into play.
Right. Yeah, definitely having that open communication. And number one, what you've been saying this whole time, be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah,
Know that
plan
in
ahead, know
advance.
for this. I mean, don't find out at the last minute that you're sharing a bathroom with four other people. That's not going to be a happy surprise.
No, for anybody.
So, yeah. Yeah, for anybody.
Yes, exactly. I have a live question that's chimed in onto the chat, and thanks everybody for chiming in. Let us know where you're listening to us right now. We'd love to hear where you're at. But they said, okay, we asked questions about the food, about the bathrooms, about the location, and can you just give us a nice handle on, let's talk just about mentally. Forget about the food, forget about if there's a bathroom nearby, just mentally. Take us into a mindset for travel. What do we do to prepare ourselves mentally?
Well, I think it helps to prepare everything else physically, to know
First.
that you physically have
Okay.
the supplements, the snacks, that you have this taken care of.
Okay.
For me, it would help to plan everything in advance and to know not necessarily a detailed itinerary, but I know where I'm going. I know enough that I can research in advance what kind of restaurants are around, what are the hours of the locals, what kind of hours do they eat their breakfast and dinner at, is a completely different schedule than what I am used to.
Right. Exactly.
How much can I be prepared for? Here's where I'm going. Here's where I'm staying. Here's what the room is going to be like and the bathroom is going to be like. What's the weather going to be like? Can I take my own pillow and my own pillowcase so I can sleep? How can I exercise when I'm there? Do I need a gym? There's just all this stuff that you can find out in advance and have the confidence is going to work for you before you even leave the house. And that may even determine where you go, where you stay, what you do. Allow for that much, not control of the IBS over your life, but, take it into account so that before you do leave, you're going someplace that's going to work for you. Hey, this is going to be a good climate for me. It's nice weather. I like the kind of food in this country. They have a lot of safe staples and they've got a ton of street food. I can get something to eat 24/7. I don't have to worry because everything in the country closes down between lunch and dinner and I can't eat.
Yes.
What's their sleep schedule? Does that work for me? Just, know in advance that everything about this vacation, it is going to work for you because you've planned it that way. That, I think, is the best way to not be stressed out about it and to be looking forward to it. You have a place where you can get what you need, you can get the sleep you need, you can do the activities you want or you don't want. Nobody's going to pressure you to go do something that you're not interested in and it's going to make you sick. Know that all in advance and make sure that your vacation is going to dovetail into that. So it's something that you look forward to. It's something you're excited about instead of worried about. Everything that you're worried about with your vacation, solve it before you leave the house. Just take it out of the equation. What are you worried about? Take that off your list.
Perfect.
That morning excursion, okay, you're not doing it. This restaurant that everybody wants to go to that has nothing on the menu because you looked up the restaurant online and they're not interested in catering to you, bow out of it. Don't go.
Yep.
There's that worry off the list. Maybe plan some days in advance where you don't do anything. You don't even have to leave the room. It's just a rest day. That's it. So that you've got a chance.
You have your snacks on hand.
You got your snacks and no pressure.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, you don't have to travel, you don't have to do any trips. You're just going to stay and sleep in and hang out in the hotel room and get room service. I mean, just do whatever you want. It's your vacation. So if you're not looking forward to it and thinking that it's going to be something fun and relaxing and you're going to be happy and healthy, that doesn't sound like a good vacation. So, change your plan.
Yes.
Yeah, change your mindset.
Well, listening to you tonight, Heather, has made me excited. Taken a lot of the anxiety, the confusion, definitely, and thankful that you dedicated so much. You have that section in your book.
It's a huge topic.
Exactly. I mean, start small, grow, plan, be prepared.
Get up to that.
Everybody out there has gotten some good tidbits here. We're full of information, and thank you so much for joining us live. Make sure to click on the notification on the link so you don't miss the next time we have a live show. And be sure to click on the link in the description for details on Heather's Tummy Care. So that's right there for you in case you don't have that handy. And I want to wish everyone out there not only a fabulous day, but I'm going to say it out loud, safe travels to everybody with IBS out there. Heather, again, thank you for your time. And remember, you are not alone.
No, you're not.
Happy travels, everyone.